Hi guys, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Now today this is the look back over the games in the Championship over the weekend. Before I get into this video, I would just like to say a massive thank you to everybody that has given me well wishes with my health the way it is at the moment. Obviously with everything I'm going through, I wanted to give something back. So what I've done is I've set up a PayPal account, I've set up a Depop account, and I've got a lot of my football shirts there. I'm selling them, and then the proceeds will go to help out those different charities and hospitals that have helped me. So what the appeal was is that if you guys had any football shirts lying around at home that you weren't wearing or you didn't use and you wanted to donate them to me, and then I would obviously put those on to Depop, and then those would go to charity. For those of you who don't have football shirts but would still like to make donations, you can do that via PayPal. I'll obviously leave that in the link in the description, along with the Depop information. My address is on one of the other videos, so just get that and feel free to send them in the post. Any shirts that are received obviously will be much appreciated, and obviously it's going to a good cause as well. So let's get on to this video, guys. So we're going to start with Barnsley versus Bristol City. This game finished 2-2, and it was quite a dramatic end to the game. Bristol City have actually gone 1-0 down after literally 2 minutes. Barnsley have taken the lead, and that was through Halleck, I believe is the pronunciation of his name. That was the score then at half time. And into the second half, a very, very early goal in the second half, and Bristol City have made it 1-1. And then literally 3 minutes later, they've spun the game on its head and gone 2-1 up. It stayed this way until literally the dying embers of the game, and Barnsley had been awarded a very, very, very late penalty. I will just get the time. Yes, 90 plus 11. There was obviously a serious collision in that game, and we wish the player all the best with his recovery, but it did force 11 minutes of injury time, and Woodrow has scored the penalty, and it's made it Barnsley 2, Bristol City 2. As for the table, that leaves Bristol City still top with someone else, and for Barnsley, I will just bring up the table. For Barnsley, that leaves them in 22nd, so not too bad for them, but we will do a full scale table at the end. So the next game is Birmingham City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Now obviously Sheffield Wednesday, as we know, have that points deduction that they're trying to sort of eke into over the weeks. Barry Bannon with another penalty. It's going to be a familiar saying that in this review. The 49th minute in the second half, to give Sheffield Wednesday the lead and ultimately the victory. Birmingham City can feel slightly hard done by, as they did seem to dominate large portions of the game. As the stats show, they had 10 shots on goal, 2 on target and 6 off target, 2 block shots and 5 corners. So for Birmingham, that was a very attacking performance, but unfortunately for them, they haven't come out with the points on this occasion. For Sheffield Wednesday, that's another 3 points off of their minus 12, and they're starting to get where they want to be on 0, so they can start pushing their way up the table, and I'm sure they will do that. So to one of my results of the weekend, surprise results, Blackburn Rovers 0, Nottingham Forest 1. First win of the season for Nottingham Forest and for Chris Hughton, the new manager. That's a great start for him as the Forest boss. So looking at this game, obviously the goal came in the second half in the 90th minute. That's a great time to win a game, isn't it, for Joe Lolly? So Blackburn can again feel slightly hard done by, that they've pressed through the whole game, and then in the last minute Nottingham Forest have found a goal. This was Yates who assisted that goal. So going forward for Nottingham Forest, they can start, it's a 3-game week. They want to look at getting 3 wins. So we go into Tuesday night's games, which I'll do a review for in a minute. And for Blackburn, obviously they'll want to put that result behind them. Okay, it's only 1-0, but they'll want to get back to winning ways sooner rather than later. But a very good game for both teams. Moving on to probably one of the least exciting games. One of the others I'll leave till the end. Bournemouth 0, QPR 0. Those of you that watch the channel will understand what I've done there. Every time it's a 0-0, what do you say about it? You know, yeah, I've got another one of them coming up soon as well. So for Bournemouth and QPR, it's as you were. Brentford 2, Coventry City 0 is what we're going to look at next. Pretty good result for Brentford, and a double for Ivan Toney. 2 goals since coming from Peterborough. He's now hit the ground kind of running. It's what he wanted to do. So this is perfect for him. He's another solid performance. I should just mention actually at this point, we did a watch along with Benjamin. We did like a Saturday, it's like a Saturday special thing on his channel. It was great fun. We all really enjoyed it. So we're hoping that we could do more of them this season. So again, if you guys haven't done already, I'm sure you have, go and check out Benjamin's channel and get involved with the live streams. It's great fun. So yeah, this is one of those games where we saw the goals, and there were 2 very well taken goals by Toney. For Coventry, they've held their own in the Championship so far. They've done pretty well, but this was just a difficult afternoon for them in the end, but I'm sure they will be fine. Moving on, and we go to Luton Town 0, Stoke City 2. So again, a little bit of a rivalry as such with management has come with Luton and Stoke, but this game for Stoke, it's a good result for them. They want to sort of kickstart their season, and I feel that they've kind of done that with this win. For Luton, it's probably not the best result for them, but again, it's still, like I say, it's early days. It's 5 games into a long season, so it's not that bad for them, and obviously it's a 3-game week, so they can bounce back Tuesday or next Saturday. The goals were scored in the 46th minute from Steve Fletcher for Stoke, and then their second goal from Nick Powell in the 55th minute sealed the game, and I'm sure that is what they ideally wanted at this time. Sorry about that short pause there, I had to answer my door. Right, so that's Stoke v Luton. Let's move on. Middlesbrough 0, Reading 0. Yeah, so for the first time this season, I'm actually talking about a 0-0 between Reading and their opponent. It's a draw. We're still unbeaten, but for me, it's a solid draw. It's a solid point away from home. But in the eyes of fairness, I'll leave the review there. But yeah, Middlesbrough 0, Reading 0, so we'll see what it does to the table at the end. Rotherham 1, Norwich City 2. Now this was probably the most agonising game of the weekend. A couple of us had bets on this game, and if Chelsea had learned how to hold on to a win, then this would have won everybody a lot of money. But that's the fun of gambling, I suppose. And it's a gamble. So, a few incidents here. In the 3rd minute, Rotherham United have taken the lead through Landapo. Then Landapo has missed a penalty on the 21st minute. Then into the second half, there was an own goal to bring Norwich back into the game. I'm not even going to attempt to say that player's name. I'll go on, why not? Hinkiwi? It's probably wrong, let me know in the comments. Although you'll probably just write the name so it'll be the same thing, but never mind. In the 68th minute. Then there was a red card on 71 for Rotherham. Norwich have then obviously piled on the pressure. And lo and behold, it's that word again, a penalty was awarded in the 94th minute. And it gave Norwich all 3 points. A little bit harsh on Rotherham, you have to say, but Norwich have deserved the win, I feel, overall there. But Rotherham are proving difficult to beat this season. So we move on to the next game. Swansea City 1, Huddersfield Town 2. Now this for me is the result of the weekend. Nobody, I think, apart from Huddersfield fans, could have predicted this result. For Swansea, it's a little setback. Huddersfield took the lead on 23 minutes through Toffolo. Sort of the theme of the day, really. The teams you didn't expect to take the lead did. Then Ayew has scored a penalty, you got it, on the 33rd minute, equalising for Swansea. And then into the second half, and Karoma has scored in the 67th minute for Huddersfield to give them a massive win, even at this early stage of the season. So we move on to Wycombe Wanderers 1, Millwall 2. Wycombe have not had the best start to a championship season. They are Reading's opponents on Tuesday in a local derby kind of thing. I mean, it's not, for me, it's not a massive derby, but it's kind of close enough to be a local derby. So we'll see how it goes. But for Wycombe, they did take the lead in the 9th minute. Cathcart scoring their first goal in the championship. Now, Millwall equalised in the 48th minute. Would anybody like to guess what with? A penalty. So in the 48th minute, Wallace has scored that penalty, made it 1-1 in the 63rd minute. A lot of goals going in that time. Leonard has scored the winner for Millwall, and it's made it 2-1. Another vital win for Millwall. For Wycombe, it's difficult for them, but I'm sure the results will come soon. But let's hope it's not on Tuesday. So guys, that was all of Saturday's results. There was one game today, and that was Preston 0, Cardiff City 1. So I'm just going to get that on here and have a look. As I'm recording this, Spurs are 3-0 up on West Ham, so that's a good result for them. Oh, that's only latest. Here we are. Oh, going up. Yes, there we are. Preston 0, Cardiff 1. Okay, so Cardiff have recorded a very good away win here against Preston. Preston have not had the best start to the season. The goal was scored in the 52nd minute from Ojo, and that has given Cardiff City the 3 points. A very, very important win for Cardiff. The game that I've missed, Friday night, as we always do, we had on Benjamin Bloom's channel, we had a watch along. I think we were, by the end, handing out prizes for those of us that were still awake. It was the poorest game of football, bar one moment, that I think we've ever watched, ever. It was diabolical from both Derby County and Watford, apart from one moment of genius. And it was a moment of genius. It just come out of nowhere. We're all saying, oh, it's gonna, we need a goal, we need something. And Sarr spun and then just bent this ball. He couldn't have bent it any better. Yeah, top corner, absolutely superb. Wonderful goal. So yeah, really happy with that, because it's what the game needed. For Watford, it's a big win for them. For Derby, it's not the best, going into a crunch game on Friday. Obviously, we've got games Tuesday night, and then on Friday, Derby County face Nottingham Forest. So that will be the next watch along. We're hoping that one is more entertaining than the last one. So guys, that concludes the games. We're going to go and have a look at the table now, just before I head off. So, as we were, Bristol City are first, played 5, won 4, drawn 1, and they are on 13 points, level on points with Reading. We are second, played 5, drawn 4, won 4, drawn 1, sorry, also on 13 points. Then in third is Bournemouth on 11, 4th is Swansea on 10. 5th is Watford on 10. Luton 6th on 9. Then Millwall and Stoke 7th and 8th respectively on 8 points. And then there's a host of teams on 7 points, which are Blackburn, Brentford, Norwich and Cardiff and Huddersfield. And then you have QPR on 6, Middlesbrough on 6 and Birmingham on 6. Then Rotherham on 5 in 17th. Then in 18th place is Preston on 4 and 19th is Coventry on 4. And then Nottingham Forest have 3 and Derby County have 3, 20th and 21st respectively. And then the bottom 3 at the moment are Barnsley with 2 points, Wickham of course on 0, played 5, lost 5, and Sheffield Wednesday are now on -4, so they're definitely getting there. Okay guys, so that concludes this video guys. I won't be able to do League 1 and League 2 this weekend. I've got a bit of a 2-week gap coming up. I'm actually going to be going back into hospital, so I may not be able to do that many reviews in the next couple of weeks, but I will try and get done what I can. Please bear with me. In the meantime guys, again, if you have any spare football shirts or football memorabilia, kits, jackets, tops, whatever, it doesn't have to be shirts, that you're happy to donate to the cause, please get in touch with me or mention in the comments and I can try and get hold of you and send it to the address that I've given you. Please don't abuse the address, and then I can sell them on. If you want to make a donation directly to PayPal, obviously that will be in the link as well. No obligation, obviously. Obviously just let me know it's a donation, then I can send that straight to the charities involved. So thank you very much for watching guys. All the best to your team on Tuesday, and we'll see you soon. Take care guys.